All right, it's 7 o'clock. We're going to get started. I'm actually very excited about this call. I'm excited that we get to represent one of the quickest growing and most amazing companies that I've ever joined. I see that we're almost full to capacity. In fact, we are at capacity, so try and keep your spot as best you can. My name is Sherry Marks. I am a member of Mirror Trading International, one of the newest amazing companies to hit the shores, not just here in South Africa, but across the world. And I'm especially excited tonight because I get to share this opportunity with you, but I get to share the stage with a phenomenal, phenomenal woman. The first time I met her, I knew there was something about her. I knew that she was crazy special and that she was a boss babe. This woman has it together. She is making huge waves, not just in the cryptocurrency space, but in MLM as well. And it is such an honor for me to work with her, here to help us present the company and trading information to you tonight. I know your mics are muted, but throw a little party wherever you're at and help me to welcome TD. I'm not going to try and say her surname because that's just not going to happen. But I believe that you guys are going to be as charmed by her as I am and as my husband is. And she's a leader, so we're definitely in good hands tonight. I'm going to hand over to you, TD. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Wow, thank you so much, Sherry. It's actually a pleasure to be with everybody here tonight, and most importantly, it's an honor that MTI has really, trusted me with such a big responsibility. Yes, it's my first time sharing my story, introducing the company on such a big international platform. So I'm very, very excited. First of all, I'd like to say to everybody, just relax and yeah, let's get started. Probably to just say a little bit about myself. As Sherry has said, my name is TD and my surname is Ramanamani. You gotta rhyme it, okay, to get it right. However, I'm just a village girl, grew up in Excelsior, but I'm currently based in Johannesburg. But you can call me a Bloemfontein girl, it's okay, but I prefer to be a village girl. That is who I am. I'm a single mom, and a little bit of my story just in seconds. When I came across MTI, it was by default. A friend of mine in Durban actually just signed me up without even explaining what is MTI. And she said to me, sis, this is so you. So have a look, I've already signed you up. And that's how my story began. And that was in late February this year. So technically you can say I'm almost a month and a half in the business and I'm loving each and every moment. So I became a member of MTI and I opened up my account, and I have a little bit background of cryptocurrencies, and I've dealt with them before. I still deal with them. I've got my own corporate background and background in multi-level marketing and cryptocurrencies. So it was very, very easy for me to catch up with MTI. Number one reason why I could catch up with MTI so quick is that I was also looking. Sometimes when you talk to people, I always say, try to look for people who are in the looking zone. So basically I was in the looking zone, but I didn't know what to do. So when she introduced MTI to me, I was like, okay, understand the big hit that is cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, all right, as one of the cryptocurrencies. So, but I was very skeptical because I said to her, I need to be part of a company whereby the system is easily understandable by an ordinary person out there. I'm not yet ready to study PhD in systems management or anything. So that was my first question, to say the system, if the system is easy to understand, especially by an ordinary man in the street, I'm in, okay? So, and exactly that's what I got, because, previously we've tried things before, we've done things before, trying to be in the cryptocurrency space because we know the future here. It's just too bright. So basically, when I had, the first time I logged into my account, I became at peace with it because I could see that the system is way, way easy to understand and to be able to play on. Okay. So that was my number one thing why I decided to stay with MTI and really, really give it my all. Because I'm one of those, if I join something, I give it all I give it my heart, my soul, and everything. So that's how my journey began. And I started looking out to say, where can I meet people who are already making waves in this? Because I was looking for a mentor. So I started attending meetings at Randburg head office, because now I'm based in Johannesburg. And, that's how I met Sherry. I went to my first Tuesday meeting, second one, and the third one, I was like, hold it right there. And I approached her and I asked her to mentor me, all right? And I think we clicked from that day. So that was now the beginning of March. So I normally tell people that you can clearly say I started MTI in March because that was the time I got mentored and everything. And since then, I built a big team. Okay, we are now in our hundreds, and not it's not only my effort; it's a team thing. So that's how we started, and now with the lockdown, we are doing it through Zoom. We're doing it online. I'm locked down in my hometown, and yeah, everything is good so far. So I'm actually loving my journey with MTI. And without wasting more time, I'd like to actually introduce the company briefly to you so that we can have some time maybe to do a question and answer session so that all of us, we understand our common point why we are here tonight. And without further ado, let's get started. If I have Sherry, Sherry, can we get the slide going, please?
Cool. Can you see that?
Yes, I see the first one. Can we get further? I'd like to so that we can introduce the company.
Yes.
Good. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, for me, like I said, really, it is an honor to introduce this company that's busy changing my life and so many people that I've brought into this organization in this short space of time. The company was established in April 2019, so we are celebrating our year, in existence, probably in a couple of days. And the owner and founder of MTI, which stands for Mirror Trading International, is Mr. Johan Steinberg. Johan is a gentleman from Limpopo, and I had the opportunity to meet him. And because, us as Africans, we always say that if you want to get to the bottom of something or you want to get to know something better, you better look somebody in the eye, and that's where the truth is written. So I had that honor to meet Johan, and what a humble soul, what a people's person. And even coming up with the concept of MTI, I want to believe that, the end product or end thing that he had in his mind was to say, what can we do for the people? All right. Now, MTI, yes, is in existence, and any company, for it to be in existence, it has to have a product. And we're going to talk about a little bit about our product, which is Forex. We need to understand how the company makes money. We need to understand the objective of the company. So in short, the objective of MTI is to grow our Bitcoins, all right? And how is the company growing our Bitcoins? They are doing so through trading the Forex market using Bitcoin as a base currency. Many people will start asking, I know some of us here, we don't even have background about MTI, but about Bitcoin. However, we're going to still deal with it. But, before you want to be part of anything, you always want to understand, where is this vehicle trying to drive us to? What is, our destiny? Where are we trying to get to? All right. So at the moment, this is our objective as MTI, is to grow each and everyone's Bitcoin in this community. And we've achieved that, those results consistently ever since we're in existence. And the company is a very, very transparent company. That was one of the reasons why I actually decided to make MTI my home, because if the company is transparent, they are actually trying to tell us, or maybe they are giving us their all to say, scrutinize me, put me on the operating table. Where I go wrong, raise your voice so that we can sit back again on the table and talk about it. So everything in MTI is very, very transparent, and communication. We are not the best, but I promise you, they do everything possible to make sure that even the smallest or something you undermine is clearly communicated out there. We've got great earning potential in MTI. Whether you come to be part of this community as an investor, or you are looking for a side hustle, you are at the right place at the right time, okay? And one thing again, we always say that for you to stay in business, you must be very, very innovative, and you must be able to acclimatize yourself with what is going on around the world, especially in these tough economic times. And that is what Johan said. Every day, he's looking out in ways how he can better this company. And for me, that is a plus. And for most of you online, I think these are some of the things you look at before you even decide to be part of any company or belong to any organization. Okay, now, when Johann Steinberg came up with this idea, what I fell in love with was he actually started just a movement. I always say MTI is actually, to me, a movement. And now he had these three people. I'm gonna call them people. He had to build a community, and they had to be people who build up this community. And the first community, I always say, how MTI consists. MTI as an organization, because it's a business model, and then we have traders, and then we have us as investors. So the three of us, I always say, we coexist, in this community. And what I love about it is that all of us, everyone bring their own, each and everyone brings their own effort, skills, and capabilities. All right. When you look at MTI, MTI is a business model. So they bring forth the business model, the support, and everything. Okay. And the traders, as I mentioned earlier, that we are trading the Forex market. They had to have something to be able to trade. And we are using a very, very, very sophisticated software to achieve that. So we have now traders on board, and now we have us as investors. And what I like about us as investors, all of us, initially we come in and we think, oh, I just want to invest, I just want to grow my Bitcoin. And some of us eventually decide to be entrepreneurs and, run an online business, because the whole system also has what we call an affiliate marketing to it. All right. And now this community came together and they decided, the three of us, we are going to share profits, because we've all brought our strengths. The investors brought in the money, the traders, they bring in their trading software skills. So now we will share daily profits amongst ourselves. And how are these profits shared? MTI as a business model, they take 10% of the daily profits. The traders, they take 20% of the profits. And now what happens is MTI, us as investors, we are taking 40% of the profits. That's what we share as investors. And the other remaining, it's actually 30%. And this 30%, what happened is we pay binary commissions to those who are doing affiliate marketing, and they get what we call binary commissions, which is about 20%. And then we also have those who are taking this a further step and support their teams with, the company pays leadership bonuses, which takes 5%. So basically the other 5%, okay, the traders take it. So all in all, the traders, they take 25%. So that's how it works. Why are we sharing this? First of all, I spoke about transparency. And the other thing is we need to understand how the money is made in this company, all right? And how people are paid, okay? So what happens is nobody here is paid because somebody joined MTI. Whoever is getting bonuses and commissions, we know definitely that those bonuses and commissions are paid because profits are made for the day. However, if there are no profits, there are no payments to be done. So it's a clear out business model whereby we know everything gets paid from profits. Okay, so next, most people will always also want to understand now if we are trading forex market and we are using Bitcoin as a base currency, what is Bitcoin? All right, we're not going to get into the technical stuff of what is Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is one of the thousands and thousands of cryptocurrencies out there. I always put Bitcoin like this to people who have never, came across the concept of cryptocurrency. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin, we take it as the people's money, all right? It is an online, it is online. You can't touch Bitcoin. It's not like your money, your rand and dollars that is printed. Bitcoin is strictly digital, all right? That is why most people don't believe in it, because they feel like if I can't touch it, I can't believe it. But you know what? We've got news for you. You know, the economy is changing so much. Everything is so online now. We don't even know how long the lockdown will be. And you are stuck with online things. And for now, you are stuck with Bitcoin because it is a digital currency and it is people's money. And when you compare it with the normal fiat currency, we are talking about rands, dollars, and whatever. When we compare it to fiat currencies, we know that fiat currencies are controlled by the government. But with Bitcoin, it is your money. You control the value of Bitcoin. You control what you sell it for. You control what you buy it for. So that is, in short, what Bitcoin is, all right? And why did we decide to be in Bitcoin in this year? Like it's 2020, why MTI decided on Bitcoin as a base currency? When we talk about Bitcoin as a base currency, we are saying you bring in Bitcoin to invest with MTI and you get out Bitcoin should you want to withdraw any profits or even that capital. So everything stays in Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is the future. Because cryptocurrencies are the future. And what I can tell you about Bitcoin, some of you might even know, we are going into what we call Bitcoin halving in the next, somewhere around May 2020, we are going into Bitcoin halving. And in short, when we talk about Bitcoin halving, we are saying the production of Bitcoin will halve this year. This happens every 4 years. And history has proven it, that for every halving that has happened in the past, the production of Bitcoin, once we enter into halving, Bitcoin has a tendency of the price going up. Why? Because we know anything that becomes scarce, it starts, it pushes up the price. That is why we are positioning ourselves. I mean, if you are sitting at home right now and you don't even have a quarter of a Bitcoin or even one full Bitcoin, trust me, you are at the right place. This is the future. This is where money is going. We first started bartering, us from villages. I will give you potatoes, you give me you give me spinach and whatever. That's how we used to exchange things until there came gold there. Then later on we had many things. And normally I like to talk about checks. You remember we used to have checks, and we used to respect people who were writing out checks. But today, is there anyone who's still holding a checkbook? So when we say Bitcoin is the future, we are saying watch out and start being open about it and learn. And now you have the best people around you to teach the basics and even take you further. Now, obviously, when you want to be part of anything, wherever you want to belong. You want to know who are the leaders. Why? Because a team is only as strong as its leadership, all right? Who welcomed us when we started this call is Sherry Moss and Clinton, and I mean her husband, Clinton. They are top leaders in this organization, and they are leading us, they are guiding us, they actually giving us our all. For myself, they are my mentors, and so far I can only say that I'm really, really happy about the future. And trust me, you need to get in contact with them to understand what I'm talking about, all right? And we have leaders as well across the globe, okay? MTI is not a South African thing. As much as it started in South Africa and the head office is in South Africa, trust me, we are all over the world. You look at the Santiago family, they are based in the USA. Scott Smith as well, he is in the USA. I mean, these leaders, I have never met them in person, okay? But I've had the opportunity to be, in meetings with them online, their Sunday trainings. When you talk about a true definition of a servant leadership, I've seen it with these two, Scott and the Santiago family, and I'm really honored to have them as our leaders in MTI. And Rich Simmons also is a South African based in Italy at the moment. The gentleman is phenomenal. He conducts online meetings every Monday, 8 o'clock. And, we learn so much from good presenters, okay? We have Russell as well. And we have also Ignatius. At least I've had the honor as well to interact with Ignatius. And his story, it will blow your mind. We actually cannot wait for the lockdown, to just finish so that you can meet these wonderful people in person. All right? Okay. Now, many people would say, all right, CD, we understand we can come on board and just invest our Bitcoin with MTI, and MTI will help us grow our Bitcoin daily. Remember, the trading happens from Mondays to Fridays. MTI doesn't trade over weekend, all right? And daily we see growth consistently. So why? Because the software that we are using, ladies and gentlemen, I've been with MTI, like I said, for about a month. But all I know is that every day, consistently, we've seen positive trades every day. I know some people even ask me, Tidi, in this tough financial markets, why are you guys trading? Isn't it risky? We need to understand something about Forex trading. In Forex trading, you make your money whether the markets are going up or down. You ride up with the wave and you go down with it. So that part we need to be clear about it, okay? That we are at the right place at the right time. So let's look at our past performance, especially let's look at the latest that is on your screen at the moment. The 6th of March, if you can check, we made 1.8%. Remember, we distribute this profit amongst the community members, all right? So the members, normally they take chunk of the money, which is 40% of what is made, and the binary commissions, they take 20%, which was 0.3, and the leadership bonuses, they take 5%, which in this case was 0.02, if I'm looking right, and then the trading software, those guys, they take 25% of what we make a day, and on the 6th of March, it was 0.4, and MTI as a business model to be able to build up our support and referral commissions, they take 0.1%, all right? So we can even look further. What happened on the 5th, on the 12th, everything is on the screen, all right? But now to summarize it, okay, when you have invested your Bitcoin in MTI and MTI is trading it for you on your behalf, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you don't need any trading skills, all right? You just have to have an MTI account, and the person who invited you here will give you the link so that you can open your own MTI account and fund it with your own Bitcoin, and it will get traded, okay, on your behalf. All you have to do is just relax, and every evening, once they trade, they send out trading results so that you can at least see what happened and how the trades were conducted by the software. Now let's talk about monthly averages. Monthly, we are looking at an individual's investment growing at a rate of about 10%. That is a monthly average, okay? And a daily average, we are looking at about 0.5%. Why are we giving you averages and we are not telling you about fixed amounts? Because we are trading the financial market. Because we don't know what will happen tomorrow, okay? We are giving you this result based on history. That is why we can even say to you that ever since the implementation of the software, we have never ever had a minus trading day, okay? Why? Because the software, ladies and gentlemen, as MTI, they put their systems. When you are a trader, you know you will always put in risk management tools. For example, stop losses, to be able that we know that we can mitigate against any risk that is coming through, okay? So when we talk about averages, we are giving you averages based on history, and we are not telling you anything is fixed in MTI because we are trading the financial markets daily. Anything can happen. However, we do have risk management control systems in place, all right? And the last thing I'd like just to mention is, in MTI, for us to grow, we are growing. I think today we've just hit a little bit about over 20,000 members, okay? And all I can say is we have a community of 20,000 members who have invested with MTI and they are happy. And each and every one, when they log into their back offices, they can really see that their Bitcoin is growing, and the nice part is that should they want to withdraw their Bitcoin, whether the profit or the whole investment, they are allowed to do so anytime, okay? That tells you something about MTI. As much as I had told myself, I will never ever join any network marketing that deals with crypto, especially if it's not transparent or they are paying people because people are joining. When I saw the results of MTI, when I saw their transparency, when I saw their how they make things simple for us, to me it was amen. I had to be into this thing, and I had to go back to where I come from the villages. I normally build teams in rural areas like Kwakwa, in places whereby even internet sometimes is a challenge. When internet is a challenge, you can ask yourself, what happens to the jobs? It means people are unemployed. And for me, MTI, it's such a lifesaver, not only for myself, but for those people in the rural areas, because now they can easily, start having something, start having a Bitcoin, start having others even have decided to partner with me, doing the affiliate program and now building up an online business through this platform. So in those few words, Sherry, I hope I have done justice to the introduction of this beautiful company, the company that, we pray for every day, and we know together we can even make it much stronger than what you see today. And so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. And Sherry, please take it over, girl.
I think, Tidi, you've done an amazing job. And while you were busy doing this presentation, I kept on looking at Clinton going, she's so good, she's so wonderful. And what I love about you is that you just shoot straight from the hip, and you're so honest and you're so down to earth. And it's one of the reasons why I love working with you. And I know why Clinton loves working with you, because you're just such a people's person. And never lose that quality, because it's the type of leadership that we want to cultivate in MTI. It's the kind of people that we want to grow in this organization. So you've done a phenomenal job. Thank you so very much for your time and for your effort, and all the best with your business. I think I'm going to have to be starting to do some work to catch up a little bit. Clinton keeps on telling me that I'm losing, so I'll have to get on with it. So as Tsidi said, my name is Sherry Marks. I've been in network marketing for 7 years. And when Clinton told me about MTI, I was the most skeptical person on the planet, just purely because I had been hurt in the MLM space in such a massive way so many times. In fact, you know, you give all your time and attention to a company, and the next thing you know, they're here today, gone tomorrow. And I was nervous about that, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm 35 years old, I retired at 32, and MTI has created a financial sort of foundation for me to do what I love doing, which is basically taking care of my kids, and growing my social media following, and doing makeup tutorials with my daughter and art with my other kid. For me, it's given me time freedom. So it really depends on what you are looking for to get out of this organization. Not everybody is into network marketing. And although I don't understand that, I've seen that. I've seen that not a lot of people want to recruit 1 million people, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to recruit hundreds of people. In fact, if you don't recruit anybody, you still earn from the daily trades. And this seems to be something that people are forgetting from time to time. Let's say you are not a recruiter, and let's say you don't want to recruit. In the financial situation that we're finding ourselves at the moment, not just South Africa, but globally, you want to create a different income stream for yourself, and one that maybe doesn't require a lot of attention or effort. And MTI is definitely that company. So you don't have to feel like you are 100% responsible for building a massive organization like TD and I are doing, or like Clinton or Ignatius is doing. But at the end of the day, if you just want to create a sort of passive income for yourself, 0.5% a day average, like TD said, is absolutely phenomenal. And I saw a couple of people in the chats asking, do we have traders trading for us? No, we don't have physical traders, although there are traders manning our trading software, which, like she said, is an artificial intelligence beyond what we could ever even imagine. It's very exciting to see that we've had such phenomenal results. And that is something that we pride ourselves on, apart from the fact that we're completely legit, above board. We've got all the legal documentations and regulations, crossed our T's and dotted our I's. It's actually exciting to see what Johanna has built for us as a company. So I'm going to jump straight into it. And these are the things that I love about MTI. And that is what I like telling people, because if I can give you my own story and what I love about a company, then maybe it will be easier for you to have a look at what's happening with your finances, perhaps. So just before I actually go on with the slide, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things to you that's happening in the world today. If you are from South Africa, I want you to really consider your financial position at the moment. In fact, the rand is 18 rand 23 to the dollar as we sit here right now. Bitcoin has increased by 14% in the last week. You have got a very, very small window of opportunity here to change your finances forever. As we go through this lockdown, not just here in South Africa, but all across the world, you want to consider what you are doing with your finances in order to improve your living conditions, not just for yourself, but for your families as well. And this is why I've chosen MTI. So your Bitcoin is only touched when it is traded. Your money is not used from Peter to pay Paul. And I think that's very, very important. You know, a lot of these crowdfunding opportunities that are out there today, I always call it financial musical chairs. You know, when the music stops and you don't have a chair, yeah, sorry about that for you, right? But at the end of the day, if you've got a legitimate company that is taking your Bitcoin, increasing your portfolio by an average of 0.5% a day, that's when you start seeing massive, massive results. Now, your capital is only ever touched to trade it. It is never used to pay referral fees, binary fees, or any other fees that are incurred through MTI and building the MLM structure. All payouts are from profits generated in trade for that week. It is important for you to know that only profits get paid out. And like TD had so rightfully said, if there are no profits, it means there's no payouts. Lucky for us, we've only had positive days since we started with our trading system. And it is exciting when you look at what the future holds. And yes, I get that 0.5% doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot more than most people are getting just sitting watching their money growing in FNB or in some of the JP Morgan banks over in the States. You're getting 0.5% for doing absolutely nothing. And that is a consistent growth and result that we've had with MTI since the inception of the company. So it's really exciting, obviously, to look at that. New members are not necessary for current members to earn from trades or network. And I always highlight this because I want all our guests today, we welcomed a couple on the chat earlier on today. I want our guests to feel welcome, and really, please do feel welcome, but don't by any necessary means feel that you are necessary for this business. If nobody joins this company, we are still going to be making our traded profits every single day. The profits generated in this company and paid out to members on a weekly basis and a daily basis have got absolutely nothing to do with recruiting. Yes, it improves our capital amounts, and yes, it makes us earn more profits, and that's fantastic, but it's not necessary. If Johan Steinbach decided today that he wanted to close the membership for MTI, that wouldn't affect my earning in any way or form. In fact, my earnings will still increase as the system compounds my daily trading every single day. So members feel absolutely welcome, but don't feel like you're being forced into anything. We are not here to force anybody to make money. BTC is generated through trading and not recruiting. I've just chatted about that, and that's an important factor. A lot of companies, most MLM companies, and most conventional businesses actually rely on new business to come in order for that company to sustain itself. If you are a plumber and you don't have an essential workers permit, you're not going to make any new money because you've got no new work coming in. Whereas with MTI, we've got this, what is truly a passive income. And I've heard that word thrown around a lot loosely in network marketing and at other companies. It is important that you know that our profit is generated from within the company. We don't need new members to join. Your daily trading profits is automatically compounded every day, and you can withdraw those profits whenever you like. There's no limitation or cap on drawings or earnings. And I think that's obviously very important as well, because what I do with all this money that I've earned, right? But your daily trading profit is something that gets added to your capital amount every single day, and it in effect then compounds. Now, we're talking about 0.5% an average, 0.4, 0.6, 0.7 per day. But when you're compounding that, you're looking at a good 10 to 15% per month. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you were really, really smart about this, you would look at how much you need at the end of the month to sustain yourself, and then work it back to 15% and make sure that you've got the right amount of Bitcoin in your capital amount trading for you every single day, so that you can actually draw a salary from this company, which is what we've done for most of our family. And it's been amazing to watch our families become financially free and not being pressured by world economics and things that are happening all across the world at the moment. You can withdraw whenever you please, no limits. I'm sure some of you, in fact, I'll implore you, if you've drawn from MTI, please go into the comment section now and go and tell us if you've withdrawn from MTI and with the ease that you've done it with. I withdraw every single Saturday. I've never had an issue to withdraw from MTI, and it really is a streamlined process that helps to put Bitcoin into the hands of the masses. And that Bitcoin in turn is what pays my bills and could pay your bills when you're a part of the organization as well. There's no earning limit on trades. I had somebody message last week saying, it looks like the trades are controlled. Of course it's controlled. This is a risk managed portfolio. We want to make sure that no money is lost. We trade according to very strict trading rules and regulations. So yes, we do around 10 to 15%, and consistency here is key. And even in these tumultuous times economically, I mean, if you look at what's happening in economics worldwide, it's really exciting to see that we've been able to control and still do that 0.5, 0.3, 0.4% per day for our members, averaging on around 2% per day for the company in general. So for me, these are the unique selling points of my Mirror Trading International, and that's something that gets me excited, because these are facts. This is not my opinion. This is not how I feel about something. It's not a subjective issue. In fact, this is exactly how it's working. And when you look at these, it's ticking boxes that are vital for every single person. Now, as we move on to the income streams for MLM, I just wanted to quickly tell you a little story. My husband's sitting next to me, and I often tease Clinton a little bit, you know, and I say to him he's nice to look at, but I don't think that he's always so very clever. That's just purely because he can't put his dishes in the dishwasher. But he said something neat to me this week that really hit home, and something that really affected me. He said, we were having coffee, and he said, babe, you know what? I feel like we're on Noah's Ark, and we're on the Ark. We're on the boat. And there's all these people standing in water that's already ankle deep, and we're throwing them a rope with MTI, and some people are taking the rope and they're joining us on the ark. Some people are just ignoring it. And he says, and then there's others that are looking at the water and they're so freaked out about the situation that they're not making any decisions. You need to decide which three of those personalities you are. We have zero need to recruit more people into this organization. It is all about trying to help as many people as we can. We have friends and family that can't afford food at the moment. So for us, it's all about trying to help as many people in a new world, a digital world, a world that is run by a currency such as Bitcoin, to help those people to earn. So if you have an aversion to network marketing, I'm going to irritate you for the next 5 minutes in a big kind of way, because network marketing saved my life. So don't come to me about negative talks with network marketing. The reason why MLM was employed to promote and build this organization is it's because it's the most effective way of building a company. And that's been proven many times over. Go and speak to your friends that are in small to medium enterprises, and they will affirm that most of their business comes from referrals, personal referrals. I mean, I must have received 1 million messages about the Contagion show on SABC this week. And I thought to myself, all these people recruiting me for a television show, they're not even get paid, and half of them don't like MLM. You see, network marketing is in our blood, especially in Africa, because we are natural networkers. We take care of each other's children. It takes a village to raise a child. We build businesses together. It is natural for us to refer opportunities. So this is why we've employed an MLM compensation plan, because network marketing is the business of the future. And if you like that or not is completely irrelevant. The fact of the matter is thousands of businesses across the world are shutting their doors because there can't be salons. There can't be massage parlors. We can't have electricians running around spreading this virus everywhere. And we're sitting pretty because we've got an organization that grows regardless of that. Like Tidi had said, we've grown to 20,000 members this week. I remember saying to Clinton, imagine if we get to 1,000 people, and here we are, 6 months later, 20,000 members, all earning every single day, and those that are building the MLM structure will tell you that it's the most phenomenal business that they've ever joined. So let's get on to the MLM side of it quickly, right? First things first, when you refer somebody, you get a 10% referral fee. Now that referral fee doesn't get taken off the person's amount that has invested. So if I introduce Clinton, for instance, right? He puts in $1,000. Which would never happen. Okay, let's be more realistic. Clinton puts in $1 million, right? I don't get 100,000 of his money. The company pays me my referral fee of 10% a week in arrears based on the profits that were generated the week before. So referral fees are not taken off capital amounts of people that you've signed up. When Clinton signs up with $1 million, that $1 million goes into trade. And I think that's very important. Then you've got this binary system. If you've ever looked at a network marketing company, believe you me, binary systems work. Companies that build unilevel systems or matrices, they fail because they are not cohesive in the fact that people are earning together. Now, what we have with MTI is this binary structure that has been growing like wildfire, and we can't control it. So how it works is like this, right? The binary income is 20% of the profits that were generated in trade the week before. So if we made 2 million in profit, it means that we're going to have, oh no, let's make that easier. I'm pulling a Jacob Zuma here, sorry guys. If we make 100,000 in profit, 20% of that will then be the amount that gets dedicated to be paid out to the binary, okay? So this is how it looks. This is Jack. Jack signs up for MTI, right? He gets 2 legs in the binary registration system. Peter then signs up under Jack. Jack gets the 10% referral fee, and Peter gets placed underneath him in the binary. Now you come along and Jack signs you up. He puts you onto his right leg. You and Peter are now on opposite legs of the organization. But as soon as Jack signs up his third person, which we have had so much of, he creates what we call spillover because he cannot put Mark on a third leg. He's got to place Mark under you or under Peter. Now, what makes this very powerful is that we've got a worldwide population of 7 billion people. In South Africa, we're looking at 57 million people. How big do you think we can grow MTI? Well, we're up to 20,000 people. Some of the people that are here tonight, I showed you this business in May last year when we were not even 1,000 members. I'll just let that sink in for a bit because it must suck. You know what's worse than that? Not getting involved today. Every single day that you stop from making a decision about MTI is a day that you've lost money, a day that you've lost opportunity, and a day that you've lost spillover. Because this organization then starts growing every single day with people that would then naturally fall underneath you in the binary. Now, I want to make this very clear. You are not entitled to spillover. Spillover is something that we as a team create together. It is not something that you are entitled to. You've got to contribute to the spillover. And when all of us work together as we have been, that's how we've grown to 20,000 members in little under a year. So it gets very exciting. And all I want you to consider here is the possibility. What are the possibilities if we carry growing on this company? And I promise you we will. If we carry on this company that we have been in the past, how many of those people could fall underneath you? Hundreds. Thousands. So I always take this time and say to people, I've signed up 4 people into this organization and 2 of them are my daughters. But I have over 5,000 people in my binary system that I earn from every single week. My weaker leg volume, in other words, my left leg, if you add up all the capital together, is over 95 Bitcoin. Now this gets exciting because I earn, are you laughing? He gets excited because I earn from that 95 Bitcoin. And do you think that those people are unhappy? No, because they're earning every single day and the organizations are growing every single day. It's really a win-win situation. So let's say, for instance, your left leg volume was $200 and your right leg volume was 500. They actually add up all the volumes on left and right leg, regardless of you sign them up or not. Okay, so it's including your spillover. And then you earn from your weaker leg volume. And the reason for that is, number one, preserving the company, but number two, also to make sure that you don't leave anyone behind. You've got to grow this organization as a servant leader. We are here to help people. We are not here to make a quick buck and run off. It literally is about growing an organization that is here for the people, by the people, right? So let's say the company that week made $10,000. That was the 20% profit that was allocated to the binary payment for that week. Your weaker leg will then determine what slice of that pie you get. So the bigger your weaker leg is, the bigger the slice of your pie. And that determines the percentage that you earn on your weaker leg every week. It's quite difficult to manage and calculate your weaker leg bonuses, because purely people are withdrawing, new people are joining. That amount is changing every single day. And the other variable is, of course, the trading profit. We never know what that amount is going to be, because the trading obviously is all over the place every single day, right? So 20% of whatever we make and trade gets paid out into this binary system. And let me tell you, we have made many, many millionaires in this binary trading system. Many millionaires. You just got to choose if you're going to be a part of it. So the binary system is great, but this leadership bonus is even better. And I don't want to get too technical about this. Like CD said, I want to make this as simple as we can. Let's see what our time looks like. I want to quickly explain what you need to do in this organization to earn. The first thing is you need to get involved. You need to sign up. But you can't just do the whole $100 thing, guys. Try and get in with $200. And I'll tell you why. Because 3 months or 4 months from now, you'll say to me, Sherry, you were right. We've had people double their accounts in the last 4 or 5 months, especially with the look at the Rand and the Bitcoin value and the trading on top of that. And the biggest regret that they have is not actually improving their capital from the word go. So we always say, as a rule of thumb, get involved with $200. The minimum is $100, because then you also qualify for all the leadership bonus. The next step then is to recruit 2 people. Everybody knows 2 people. Everyone, even in lockdown, you know 2 people. So everybody wants to go and find 2 people, because as soon as you've got one on the left, one on the right, you are now binary qualified, and you're earning from that binary system that runs hundreds of levels deep. Okay, so that's really important, is getting people involved. Once you've got your 2 people, you're now a leader. Now you want to help those 2 people to each find 2. In other words, become binary qualified. And that's the screen that we've got up at the moment. This will qualify you for our P1 leadership bonus. Now, once you've got a person on your front line, somebody that you've signed up that's got 2 people, in other words, they're binary qualified, you earn a share of 2.5% of the company's trades for last week. Again, that might not sound like a lot. I believe when I was doing this presentation about a month ago, this was about 400,000 Rand. This is important, guys, that you get this. The percentages are based on the profits that are generated for that week. And when we're talking 2.5%, it's 2.5% of how many Bitcoins traded?
2,700.
We've got 2,700 Bitcoins in trade. So if this company is doing, let's say, 2% a day, 2.5% of that gets put into this leadership bonus. It is a lot of money. In fact, you can work that out for me quickly. Take your phone and work out what is 2,500 Bitcoins value, dollar value, and then work out 2% of that, and then work out 2.5% of that. This should be interesting.
How much? 2% of that?
Yes. So times 2% times 2.5%. Right, just giving him a little maths lesson here. And let's see what the value is, because I think that's important. People forget that this massive Bitcoin amount is what we've all been able to put together. And that is generating massive, massive profit. Show me another company that can give you 2% of 2,700 Bitcoin daily. Daily. It is huge. Now, what happens with this leadership bonus is you earn a share. You can earn as many shares as you like. And you'll see I've got 4 legs here. Okay, that's 168,000. So that's 200,000. Yeah. That's not bad at all, right? So when you look at this leadership bonus, you can earn a share and you can earn as many shares as you like. Once you've got that share, it's valid for 8 weeks. So for 8 weeks, you're going to earn that share of 2.5%. When you move on to the next level of the leadership bonus, which is the P2 part, This is when you're helping your team to earn, right? So you've taken that guy that you've signed up, he's now binary qualified. Now you're going to help him to help his two to be binary qualified. And once you've got that structure in place, you now earn the P2 leadership bonus, which you earn forever. And it's based on your downline's weaker leg volume. So if you've signed somebody up into this organization and you help them to grow their weaker leg, help them to make their downlines binary qualified, you're starting to look at a passive income every single Saturday, and there's another 2.5% dedicated to this leadership bonus. When I look at these numbers, they are absolutely staggering. And what I love most about the compensation plan is that it is enticing the kind of behavior from members that we want as a culture in this organization. It truly is a help the next person to help yourself kind of mentality. And that's something that set us apart from every other network marketing company in the world, actually. So step one, sign up, $200. Don't do $100, do $200. Step two, go and find two people. Find two people to join your organization. Step three, help your two people to become binary qualified. Then you earn P1 bonus. And when you help your frontline to help their team to become binary qualified, you earn this P2 bonus forever. And it might sound like chicken change. Let me tell you, it ain't no chicken change when you're earning it into your binary account every single week. It really is staggering what people are earning in this income stream. So just very, very quickly, our daily trading profit automatically added to your capital every single day. You don't have to do anything to automate that process. You get a 10% referral fee, a week in arrears. You earn that once off. Your leadership bonuses P1 and P2, which I've just explained to you, are paid weekly, and you can see the bonus requirements. Most of them are based on a $200 investment for you and your downline. And then the binary income, which has been the game changer in this industry, gets paid every single Friday night. You see it in your account reflected on Saturday morning. The binary percentage you earn changes because it's obviously dependent on the 20% that was earned in trade the week before on your weaker leg volume. You need to have $200 minimum invested, and you need 2 personal referrals. You know what? This company is simple. It is not a difficult company to understand. It is very, very easy to get involved, and it is not labor intensive, which is what a girl like me am actually looking for. So I wanted to just take this opportunity and hand over to 3 of the most wonderful people that I have ever met in network marketing. And we're going to end off this presentation with this. Please don't go anywhere, because you have to hear this. You've got to hear about what you've been missing out on. You've got to hear about what the future could hold for you if you just gave this a little bit of attention. And I mean, I'm literally pleading with you. I don't want to see any businesses fail. I don't want to see people not being able to take care of their families. This truly is an opportunity for you to change the way that your life is going at the moment. So very quickly, I just wanted to see if Ignatius Bell and Jeshri Govender are on our call and ready to chat a little bit to our audience tonight. Could Ignatius not get on? What a pity. Jeshri, are you there, friend? If you can just raise your hand for me, if you know how to do that. Let me see if I can find her quickly. You've got to hear from this woman. She is a firecracker. She is amazing. I actually met her a couple of years ago in a network marketing organization that her and I were a part of, and she was a powerhouse. She's just the kind of woman that you want to work with. So let's quickly see if I can find her. Oh, there she is. Unmute. Jeshri, can you hear me, friend?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Fantastic.
Okay, great stuff. Hello, hello. Fantastic work, ladies. Fantastic work this evening.
Yeah, we're all a boss babe team tonight. Women are taking the world over. I'm excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for everyone on the call, my name is Jeshri Govender. I am from Johannesburg, South Africa, and very, very excited to be here tonight to be able to share with you a little bit on my MTI experience. So amazing story. I've been involved in network marketing for over a decade. Absolutely love network marketing and what it affords just the average individual an opportunity to do. I've had the pleasure of working with Sherry in the past, and just by coincidence, we bumped into each other a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday afternoon at a restaurant, and we were like, oh my OMG, we haven't seen each other And Clinton said, what are you working on? And sadly, I said, nothing. And he looked at me strangely and he said, why? And so for everyone that's on this call today and new people that are looking at this opportunity, I was one of those people that absolutely love network marketing, but had been knocked down so many times. And from just building a team and losing it all, and building a team and losing it all, and it being on the hands of other people, I was just not in the right place. And when I bumped into Sherry and Clinton, I started to rethink this opportunity, and I said, yeah, maybe I'll come have a look. I think I must come have a look. And Clinton called me, or I called him the very next day, and we got together and I sat down with him, and I was absolutely blown away. And one of the things I said to him was like, this is so unfair. How does this happen? And how come I don't know about it? And I just felt like an absolute idiot in the moment that I didn't know anything about this. And he's been sitting on it for 10 months. I believe it's a timing thing. And I do believe that every person walks their own journey. And I thought, okay, I don't know what to do. And you know, I was saying to my kids just this week in lockdown that I have lost my groove, and I'm not sure, and so forth. And I opened my computer today, and I started on $200 by Clinton's kindness, and today I hit $497 by just sharing it with 2 people, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. I got on the phone with Sherry, and I said, "That is unbelievable. I've never ever doubled my money in under a month." I started 10th March. 2020, we're not even a month in, and shared it with 2 people. They've just introduced 1 person each, and I've already over double my money. And I said to her, that is flipping ridiculous. And that has changed my whole outlook on MTI. And I'm not just a bystander. I made a calls list today. I started making calls. I will be sharing it with every single person I come in contact with. It is absolutely amazing to watch the trading, the transparency on what's going on with your money. I've been sitting for 3 weeks and watching it every single day and thinking, is this going to work? Is this going to work? And when I saw what my money has done today, it's not only going to work, I feel like picking myself because I could be in 1,500 USD by now because I haven't been working. So network marketing will work for you for as long as you work it. And if network marketing is not your thing and you'd like to learn a new skill, now's the time, especially in the current economic situation we find ourselves in. Partner up with someone, get a buddy. I'll buddy anybody who wants to buddy, and choose a stronger team than one, and let's just go out there and make it happen. You know, your dreams are nothing if you don't actually put anything into them and you don't actually go out and work them. And I work a full-time job. I'm a single mom. I've got a daughter in matric and a daughter in grade 9. And if I can do it, anybody can. And it takes absolutely no skill set except for wanting to live your best life. So thank you to Sherry and Clinton for this opportunity. Thank you to MTI. I really am looking forward to learning everything I can about Bitcoin and changing as many lives as I can possibly in this lifetime. Have a great evening, everyone.
You know what? I think you're amazing. Imagine if we never ran into you. That would have been a nightmare. I'm so glad we did. And it is, I've just said that on our chat group, it is an absolute honor to work with you, Jess. You just have a heart of gold. And there's a reason why I had you and CD on this call tonight, because I think there's a place for women in business, and I think there's a place for women in network marketing, and you guys really encompass completely what I think network marketing is all about. So we love you, and I'm very excited about your future. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's an absolute.
All right, I think we've lost Jeshri. So we're going to hand over to the boys for a little bit. Oh, there. I've missed you. Sorry, friend. I'm going to carry on. Okay. So I want to introduce you to this gentleman over here. This is my husband, Clinton Marks. And Clinton is an unbelievable network marketer. A lot of people don't understand how much time and work and effort he puts into this company. but it's an honor for me to honor him, not just as a network marketer, but also as one of our leaders, because he is the best recruiter I have ever seen. And Clinton is also our top earner for Mirror Trading internationally worldwide. He is making a ridiculous amount of money. He won't even tell me what it is, so I'm not going to put him on the spot tonight. But I can tell you that this company has not just changed our lives, but it's changed the people around us lives as well. So I'm going to ask Clinton to share his story with you guys as well. We don't want to take too much time. Put your hands together for our top earner and top investor, actually, with Mirror Trading International, Mr. Clinton Marks.
I don't know if I'm the top investor, but yeah, hi everyone, it's Clinton from South Africa. Well done, Sherry. Your presenting is a lot better. I think it's positive affirmations I played in the evening. Seriously, guys, I just want to tell you I'm so excited about this. Couple of things stuck in my mind. You know, there's on this call, there's two types of people. The one is investors, the other one is recruiters. There's also investors and recruiters. So just a word to the investors. My advice to you is, as Sherry said earlier, you know, even if you start with $100, that $100 will compound to much bigger amounts. And then just decide what you want to earn and then just draw it every month. I mean, it's simple. But do yourself a favor. Go to Google Play Store, download Compound Calculator, and then just type in there daily compounding. You'll be blown away. Second of all, to the recruiters, I can just tell you my story. I signed on about 11 months ago. I signed on 16 people. That 16 people is now over 18,000 people. It just keeps growing all the time. I mean, last year, me and Sherry went to Zanzibar and Mauritius, and I remember saying to her, I feel so guilty. We're sitting here doing nothing, but the team is growing, the earnings is growing. But guys, that's network marketing for you, you know, but I've never experienced anything like this. You know, normally, if your team doesn't grow, your earnings doesn't grow. But the difference with MTI is your money comes from within inside the business. And to me, that's just unbelievable. The best advice I can just give to everyone is when you sign people on into the business, you know, don't make it all about the money. You know, make it like you want to help them, and you know, people can feel it. You know, if they feel that you're after the money, they'll run a mile. And start to enjoy the journey. I mean, for us now, it's just how many people, as Sherry said, it feels like it's Noah's Ark. People are battling out there. People need this, and yeah, it's just amazing. And I just hope that you guys can build a business and, you know, make new friends and just enjoy the journey.
Well, listen, while we have you here, I think there's a couple of things that people don't always know about you, but you are very big on being in touch with your business and making sure that you do your affirmations all the time. How do you actually manage your business? Do you connect with leaders in your binary? Do you sign up new leaders? Or what do you do on a day-to-day basis for this company? I mean, we don't see you at home, so you must be doing something.
You know, I think the biggest mistake people make is they become fanatical. You know, they burn themselves out. They work like 24 hours a day. I find I just work 5 hours a day. I'll normally just help my leaders. So I'll say to them, I'll record a phone call with one of their people. I'll send them the recording so they can see what I'm doing. Because it's not that I'm so good, it's the vehicle. So once you learn what I'm saying, it's all about duplicating yourselves, guys. So I'll spend I'll probably sign on 1 or 2 people a day for myself, and the rest of the time I'm working with my team.
All right, so there you've heard it, and I have got great news. Thank you, love. I think that was amazing.
Okay.
I've got great news. It looks like Ignatius Bell is here, so I'm going to give him an opportunity to tell you his story as well. I've just got to find him quickly, navigate my way around this wonderful system. And I'm a lot better in real life, I must tell you, than I am on these Zoom calls. It's definitely been a learning experience. Ignatius, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It gives me such pleasure to introduce you this wonderful man. Ignatius has got a phenomenal sense of humor. And his story is so powerful. I remember asking him for a photograph for our leadership slides, and he made me laugh. He is such a normal guy, and his story is phenomenal. So I'm going to hand over to you, Ignatius. Please share it with everybody. Don't make me cry, but thank you so much for being here. We are honored that you've joined us.
Thank you. Money, money, money must be funny in the rich man's world. All the things I can do. You didn't expect that, actually.
No, I didn't. But with you, I never know what to expect these days. It's all good. Go for it. You're the second.
Hi, everybody.
You can do whatever you like.
I'm greeting everybody. What a pleasure to share my short little story. Cherie, you guys are doing an amazing job with these Zoom calls. You know, there's so many Zoom calls happening now, especially over the past 2 weeks since lockdown, that it's a whole new world that's actually opening for people obviously all across the world. But yes, yeah, I'm sitting in this lockdown period, and we live here in Northwest on a small holding or a plot, and we can't go anywhere. And I've never made so much money in my life because of this opportunity. Whereas about a year ago, it was about April last year, that the CEO gave me a quick call, and he told me that he was going to start a business. And because I've known you for so long, I said, well, Johan, I'm curious. Please let me know what's happening. And then in June, I've put my first investment in. I actually didn't have the money to put in. Johan gave me 7,000 rands. At that stage, we were in a horrible financial situation. It didn't appear overnight. We've been coming on, a few years, struggling financially, and I was at the point where, I thought, am I a flop in life? I've put my heart in so many businesses, and at the end of the day, it ends up in nothing. And we were at the point where me and my wife, I'm sitting here actually in my room on my bed now, and in the same room, it's like I see myself screaming, being frustrated, and telling her that we're going to move into a piece of field now, because I just couldn't see ourselves going anywhere. And I really was the point where we almost lost hope. And then we're 6 children. I've got one sister, and she said to me, Ignatius, there's still love, and
Ignatius, I think we are losing you.
And it's a better time. Sorry, I just got a call, and I just had to sort of stop the call. Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better. I suppose lots.
Okay, sorry. It was my dad-in-law. So the day when I got the confirmation link from MTI or from Johan Steinberg, saying that, you can start referring now, and the website is up and running. At that stage, I didn't even, I wasn't active in the sense that I've received my statements, but it ended up in my junk section in my email, and I never knew actually what was happening. Johan didn't tell me. He didn't give me any feedback on the fantastic trades that were taking place. And so when I saw that I had a few thousand trades, it was 18th of August, I got a bit of a positive shock, and I started sharing the opportunity. And that was the 18th of August, and the first week, it was the 8th of September, we earned our first week of income. And it wasn't much, but at that stage, it was to me, it was like heaven was breaking open. It was something like 2,300 rands for that week. And in my mind, I multiplied it by 4, and I thought, my word, it's going to mean 10,000 rand. And that just gave me, that's all I needed. And that the end of that September, we earned like 5 times that. Now, I know we're not supposed to talk money, but I I can buy a brand new car every week at this stage with the income that we're earning. And but the most fantastic thing is that any person that gets involved here, I don't think of any member here. Now, we're probably over 20,000 people now. That is not only content, but more than happy, because the trading system that we have, had been running for 2.5 years since we got in, which was since last year, May, June. I've had over 100,000 trades on my accounts. And as you said earlier, Sherry, there's no guarantees in terms of return on investment for the next month or two. So, but we can only work on facts. And the facts of the matter is, if we look back statistically, we've been earning in the region of 10% a month. And yes, so I want to share each and every person listening to me now. I want to say to you, listen, don't give up. This is honestly a God-given opportunity. Johan Steinberg is an amazing person. I would not have joined this company if I didn't know the owner. Honestly, I was finished and clear, done with all sorts of online type of, especially crypto related business, because I've just been burned. And so to me, it's such a relief that I've known the person, the people behind this company. And I just want to say to all of you, go for it. You will not regret it. And I really hope that it will change your life financially as it's changed mine.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ignatius. I really, really appreciate that. And
just a pleasure.
It's such a wonderful inspiration to hear from people. It's definitely been an exciting journey, and I remember hearing you speak for the first time, and it was fantastic. So very, very much. We're going to end this call. We thought that Johan would be here for a Q&A tonight, but he is beyond busy. This poor man is busy updating our server at the moment. And this is an important thing. We need to get our systems updated, especially if we've got so many people joining, so that he can make 100% sure that the company is growing the way that it should, and that we can service all our members. So we've given him the night off for a change. But we wanted to thank you guys just for being here tonight and for joining us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording now for our presentation, and you're welcome to go.